Hi guys, very good morning to you. This is Ajay and I'm going to teach you today about the if function. We have recently started a series actually on the loops wherein we so far we have uploaded around I think 9 to 10 videos, and those videos are actually purely are the basic videos, and we started the series just keeping one thing in my mind that if you are going to watch my any video, whether it is on the intermediate Excel VBA or it has an advanced Excel VBA level, you should be able to understand that. So we have started this the basic series actually. So this is again in the continuation of this series. We are going to upload one more video today, which is the video number 224, and it is going to be on the if function, right? So today in this example we are going to see that how to basically color the cells. Let's say if your value is lower than 50, then it should give it a different color, and if it is a value greater than if a value is greater than 50, then what should be the color, right? It's a basic example. Actually we want to understand how we write the if function in the VBA. Now if you are watching my channel for the first time, then as you saw that this is the video number 226, please go to my channel and the playlist, and here you will find all the different videos here, right? I have created the subject lines here, and under each playlist you will find 5, 10, 15 videos on that, basically the category, right? The video which I'm going to talk about today this is going to be uploaded on this Excel VBA loops example. So you can watch all these videos, part 1, part 2, part 3. You can see here, you can scroll it down. So these are all the basic videos where we have tried to understood the how we write the for, next, do loop and do until loops. So this video which now we are going to talk is going to be on the if function. Now guys, remember that if function and loops, they always go hand in hand. Trust me on that, right? Because you can make a lot of beautiful codes. And in fact, if you are aware of my channel, then you would have seen we have uploaded so many good long practical videos directly answering your questions, and taking your questions and then uploading the video on the same. So but today we are going to start it from the scratch. I want to tell you how you use the if function, because if function, the concept in the Excel and the Excel VBA both remain same. You use the same way, but the syntax wise it varies a lot in Excel VBA. So here I'm going to start with the first function, and so I'm going to write here if understanding, let's say. Now what is the first thing I want to do? So let's make a first of all prepare a question. The question is that whatever value I will add here, let's say if it is greater than 20, if it is greater than 20, then it should write here in the remarks good, else bad if it is not greater than 20. So this is what exactly we want to do. Simple. So how are we going to do that? First of all, let us select the sheet. So I'm going to select the sheet called if, which is my sheet name, right? Okay, and now the next thing which I want to do, I want to write if function. This is how you write, guys, if function, and then you give the criteria. What is your criteria? Where you try to do the comparisons: equals to, not equals to, greater than, less than, greater than equals to, less than equals to, so all the comparison happens here, which eventually will give you either true or false, right? So it is going to give you the Boolean result. Now what do you mean by Boolean? Boolean means that either true or false, nothing else, right? So here I want to say that if my 44, now obviously I will not write here 44 directly, because 44 is on cell A2, so I'm going to write range A2. This is how we write, right? It's a very simple thing. Dot value. Now if this value is greater than 20, then so you use the then word. Now then always comes with the if condition. You cannot avoid it. If you're going to avoid it, VBA will not like you for that and you will get the error, right? So always you got to put that. Then means that if this condition holds true, which means that if 44 is greater than 20, then, so I just put the indenting here, I use some tabs. Then we want to do one thing. Then in the B2 cell, dot value, I want to print here good, right? Now what if the value is not greater than 20, then what will you do? How will you tell this? to VBA using the if function, if condition, you will use the else word. So I'm going to use here else. Else if it is not greater than 20, then whatever is, we would like to execute this line, range B2, same cell obviously, and then I'm going to write here bad. Okay, and then at the end of this you write end if. Don't forget to write end if, but it doesn't really matter also, because if you forget, let's say, right, if you forget, then you run it, you will get the error also. Block if without end if, right? So it clearly says that you got to put the end if, so that is why you need to put the end if here. Now you see that if you have seen my all the previous videos on the for next and do until and do loop, one thing is very good about the VBA, that whenever you write these loops or a function, it immediately generates the error. For example, when you write the for loop, the for always comes with the next. When you write the do while, it always comes with the loop, and within that you write your VBA syntax, which keeps on moving, which keeps on running until the condition satisfies. And then even in the do until case, what happens? This is how you write loop word, right? So in the same way, in the if also you write end if. If you don't write this, then as you saw that you get the error, block if cannot be without end if. If you go back in the videos, you will have talked about the do while and do until and for. If you don't write this next word, or if you don't write this loop word, then you will immediately get the error when you're going to run the macro. For without next, do without loop. So I mean, it's very easy. They're going to help you a lot, by conveying these messages. Okay, so now this is what we have done. So what you have learned from this, so we can say that, so if comes here with the condition, you write the condition goes here. Okay, then means that if the condition happens to be true, if condition true, then whatever the VBA syntax you're going to write here, that is going to be executed, right? If it is not true, then else. What is left in the else? Then condition false, then whatever you write in the form of the VBA syntax. Okay, and at the end of the day you write the end if. So it means, so let me hit on the again the Visual Basic environment. So this is exactly the code is written, and this is how we can write the if condition. Right now, for example, if you talk about multiple conditions, I'm going to cover that as well here, because let's not go ahead and upload a new video on the same. What we can do is, now this is a single if condition. Now what if you have here, let's say, one more header. So I'm going to add here a header called let's say anything, you can write it, for example, name. All right, or maybe you can write yeah, name is fine, I guess. So let me just add here something. Now what I want to do is, I want to add here that if the name has a length, if the name is, let's say, having a more than 4 characters and the score is greater than this 20, then it should print the good, otherwise bad. So how are you going to write that? So simply I'm going to copy this. Let me just copy the code, Control V. Okay, and just give me a second, sorry about this. Let me close this window, object browser. Yeah, so this is your code. Let me take little up. Okay, now here you see that because we have two conditions, so I'm going to write here and. Now and comes when you want that both the conditions should be true, right? Not single condition. If you're adding three conditions are supposed to be true. So here we are adding two conditions, so I write and if and range. What is the next thing we want to do? This so here I'm going to say that this is A2 and this is range B2 dot value is greater than, let's say, 5. Okay, now because in the range B2 the value is Ajay, so if you are saying that if Ajay is greater than 5, that doesn't make any sense, right? Basically we are saying that the name, if it contains these many characters, so you can use the length function also here. Length function in Excel, we use the length function like this. If you don't know length, it returns the number of characters, right? Anyways, just give me a second, let me just change this to the name of the sub. You can't keep the same macro. Now look at this. The moment I press enter, what is the issue? Just guys, give me a second. Let me show you again. Length, and we're going to select this. Yeah, let me press enter. Now you see that you get the number of characters. So this length is actually Excel function. If you go to the fx bar and let me click on the fx bar, and you click here all, and you press L, you see that the function starts with L. So this is the function len, returns the number of characters. So in the VBA also it works the same way. So now how we going to write in the VBA? Of course we are going to write here len in the bracket your expression. What is your expression? Whatever the content you have in the B2. So you're going to just simply close it. So in the range B2 dot value, you will have Ajay, and that Ajay is going to be calculated using the length function. So if both the conditions satisfies, then we are going to see here good. Otherwise it should be bad. And just don't forget to change this to C, because now you have the marks in the C column. Now if you run this, then let's have a look on here. This is 44, and if you have a look here, the length says it is exactly equals to the 4, right? Which is not true, because we want greater than 5. So what happens? One condition satisfies, one condition doesn't satisfy. So it is going to execute the else line. Have a look here. So it goes in the else mode and then prints here bad. Okay, this is how. And if I, let's say I add something else, let's say I add another name, let's say Ajay KUM, and now if I'm going to run this code, now both the conditions are going to satisfy. So the moment now you run this, you see that range A2 value is 44, which is greater than 20, and the length function is 7, which is again greater than 5. So both the conditions are satisfied. So that means it will go in the then part, and it will print the good here, right? So there is I think the conditions you can put as many you want. They are very simple to implement. The only thing which you need to understand is how to write the syntax. So this is how you write the syntax and, right? Now if you want that, let's say, let me change the question for you guys. What if out of these two conditions even one condition meets, then you would like to print their good. So either of the condition is going to be met, we will have the true coming out. So you can write here or then. You don't have to write the and, because and means every condition you provide, it has to be true. So in the or, what happens? Either this true or this true, or both true. That is also good. Okay, so now if I run this, have a look. Again, I have not changed anything except for the or, but the answer will differ now. Look at this. It is going to print the good. Why? Because both the conditions are getting satisfied here, right? That's the first thing. But if I change this to A, now you know that the one criteria is not going to meet, which is the length, but still you will have the same answer. If you see here in the true parameter, you get to see that it's printing the good only. Reason? Because this criteria 44 is greater than 20. No matter this is something which is not actually greater than 5, but again, if you have written the or condition, that means that the or condition will ensure that out of the 10 conditions, if you have provided even the 10 conditions, even if one condition is going to meet, you will have the then criteria going to be executed, this area, right? So that is the difference between or and, right? If or if and. If and means provide n conditions are supposed to be true. In the if or, out of n conditions, even if one condition meets, that is going to be executed. So that is how we use the if condition. In the coming videos, we are going to combine the if with the loop, so that you can really understand the things, right? So that's the end of the video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, guys, please do that and watch all those amazing 226 videos. I will be back with some more exciting stuff very soon. Thank you so much.